must be met with wrath.
So in the politics of Piltover among the great clans and lesser yet prestigious houses, it is clear that MEDARDA has uplifted herself to supposedly be...
You are the richest person in Piltover.
However, for all her prestige, she indeed falls short of her mother's ideals. But one thing they certainly have in common is vision guided by great ambition.
Your Jace Talus has turned his eye to Hextech weaponry.
I knew it.
And nothing deters these MEDARDA women from what they want. Even in the aftermath of Season 1's finale, it seems that Ambessa MEDARDA is still playing her games in Piltovan politics and technology. But what are these goals, and what action will she take to achieve them? And is she acting alone, or perhaps with allies? And if achieved, what could this mean for the future of Piltover? Fellow minds, I present to you my speculations on Ambessa MEDARDA's plans and machinations in Arcane Season 2. So welcome yourselves comfortably as we explore these thoughts here in Mine Mind. From what we see in Season 1, we know that Ambessa's main motive is to oversee and invest efforts in supporting the development of Hextech weaponry and technology. This was shown during her first few interactions with Mel, and her moves to nudge the Piltovans towards this direction was seen when she was convincing and planting seeds in Jace's head to go to war with the Undercity, indirectly urging Piltover to use and develop Hextech for weaponry and warfare.
Atlas gauntlets. The mining colonies and the fissures can work faster and without fatigue. The Hex Claw. A mechanical arm equipped with a powerful ray of light.
And we saw just that during one of the raids in the Undercity, where once tools of resource extraction were repurposed for battle. Ambessa MEDARDA may be physically strong and indeed capable in battle, and her willingness to do so is clearly shown in the teaser and in her flashback with Mel. But as she told Mel long ago,
Mark me, child, if you want to last in this world, you must learn to be both the fox and the wolf.
And speaking of the teaser, with seeing Caitlyn's new Hextech gun, we can assume that further innovation and effort is being poured into Hextech weaponry, which is in line with Ambessa's desires. And especially now that her daughter's life was threatened, see my theory on why I think Mel survives and the little clue we got from the German trailer. She even has more motives to further the battle against the Undercity, and in so doing also further nudges Hextech even more in its development. Simply put, Ambessa MEDARDA will use this war as not only an opportunity to fight for her daughter and for her family, which I think is sincere, and to even possibly ingratiate herself further with the Piltovans as a possible future prospective ally for her family, but of course, certainly to directly oversee and observe the development and use in battle of Hextech. But I believe she will not be doing this alone. Remember House Pharos.
House Pharos received your letter. They insist business is steady.
In the original story of League of Legends, House, or rather in the original lore, Clan Pharos is currently, in the original lore, the richest family in all of Piltover and Zaun, through their innovations specifically in Hextech gemstones. And a prominent character in this clan is Camille Pharos. She has this semi-role to not only protect her family's interests, but also has ideals to protect the stability of Piltover as a whole.
I bargained my soul for the progress of Piltover. For the problems of Piltover, I am the solution. Piltover will achieve its destiny.
With them being mentioned early on in Season 1, I believe this is going to be a Chekhov's gun sort of situation, where they were mentioned early on in the series and are finally going to make an appearance in Season 2. But specifically, given their original lore and affinity with Hextech gemstones and Hextech technology in general, they may actually be the ones going to directly drive and develop Hextech weaponry, and it's possible that Caitlyn's gun, as we see in the teaser, is one of these Pharos innovations. They are already in contact with MEDARDA, as we saw in the first few episodes of Season 1, and certainly would be aware of Ambessa's arrival, and possibly, seeing an opportunity to propel their status and relevance further, they will propose a partnership with the mutual theme of Hextech weaponry development. And this may even hint a possible ending where, after the victory against Jinx and the Undercity, the success of Hextech weaponry in the war effort wins Ambessa MEDARDA and her family the further favor of Piltover, not only as an ally but also as the one who supported these technological developments, thus leaving her with the weapons and possible allies she needs for whatever her family's endeavors back home may be. And for their direct and fruitful innovations into such weaponry of Hextech, House Pharos shall then be elevated, or at least begin its journey to rise to become Clan Pharos. Since in the original lore, clans MEDARDA and Pharos specifically are two of the largest and wealthiest merchant clans in all of Piltover and Zaun. Maybe these machinations born of the partnership between Ambessa MEDARDA and House Pharos to further develop Hextech weaponry and technology will be the origin story of how their clans specifically became the ruling families of the City of Progress. However, not all will be alright for the City of Progress, for whatever Ambessa MEDARDA will bring back to Noxus will surely pique the interest of the other families and entities there. This will possibly lead to the current state of Piltover in the original lore, where Noxian spies are attempting to infiltrate Piltovan clans to learn of their technological developments. And this might give us a clue to what other series and settings in the world of Arcane will be made next. Perhaps this might be a setup to lead into the expansionist desires and goals of the Noxian Empire, and with the advent of Hextech weaponry, Noxus may desire to create an arsenal of Hextech weapons, perhaps even leading us into the battlefronts of Ionia. But yes, through subtle nudges and cunning plans, Ambessa MEDARDA may indeed be working with House Pharos for their goals of Hextech development to further their respective families' ambitions and influence. But what about your fellow minds? Do you think this is what we will see unravel in the next season of Arcane? Leave your own thoughts and analyses freely down below. I'd love to read and discuss them, and naturally do like and subscribe if you find my thoughts and videos appealing. May we meet again soon, fellow minds. You are all always welcome here in Mine Mind.